in 5 women over the age of 25 will suffer from some kind of hair loss during their life, and yet still there's a huge stigma around it. Baldness in men, even though it's not easy, it is more accepted. So why, when so many women suffer from hair thinning and hair loss, is there still a huge taboo around it?
There is a false perception that thinning hair and hair loss is only related to older men and women. Hair loss for women at any age can be incredibly distressing, but for women under 30, it's a hidden problem that can be particularly traumatic.
So I've been looking on social media and I found this woman called Emily who suffers from hair loss. She's just uploaded a video.
Morning everyone, hope you're all okay. I've had a nice weekend. Yesterday I had a bit of a weird day. Went out with my friends and the whole day I was just in my head going into this self-destruct mode of just... Oh, sorry guys. Of just being so cruel to myself and like the stuff I say to myself. It's just awful. I know I'm a nice person, so why does this noise get so loud?
That video is so honest, and I so appreciate her honesty. It's interesting because Emily's big question was, how do we accept ourselves? And that's what I can't wait to find out.
So why does hair loss develop in younger women? It can be triggered any time after puberty, with diet, stress, and hormonal changes all potential factors. But by far the most common cause of hair loss in women is female pattern hair loss, which, like men, is hereditary. Hair loss increases with age, but 12% of sufferers will have developed it in their 20s. And for some, it can escalate quickly.
Oh my God, it's so nice to meet you.
For 30-year-old Emily, it began when she was 18.
I've been losing my hair for just over 10 years now. You basically lose hair from the crown and the top.
Yes.
So you can probably see where it's darker all here and it's quite light here. So when I was losing it, you could see all my scalp and it was really hard to hide.
In female pattern baldness, the hair's growing phase slows down. Hair follicles shrink, leading the hair that does grow to be thinner and finer. People with this condition also tend to shed more hairs than the average person. In male pattern baldness, hair loss starts at the front of the head and recedes to the back until the person goes bald. But female pattern baldness starts at the parting of the hairline, or sometimes appearing all over the head. Treatment for female pattern baldness can include steroid injections and creams, light treatment, and topical medication.
So I went to lots of doctors and sort of medical appointments. Stress was a big thing they'd say. Don't be so stressed, it will come back. And it kind of never really happened. You'd be in the shower and you'd have clumps of hair coming out. It was devastating. It really ruined how I felt about myself. Rather than just accepting it, I spent so much money on lotions and potions that just didn't do anything. And I was the girl that wore hats. It was the only way I knew to kind of fashionably cover it up without people asking questions. This is going through most of my 20s really, which is a time where you go out with your friends, you know, you're going out with your boyfriend, enjoying yourself, and then to spend hours trying to cover up my baldness, it was exhausting. It was 10 years before I sort of thought, I really need to see a specialist. So by miracle, I managed to get an appointment, and she straight away told me what I had, that it wasn't going to come back, and that was that really.
The dermatologist confirmed Emily's hair loss was hereditary, but the damage to her hair follicles was irreversible.
What was the lowest point, do you think?
Probably about 2 years ago, I was thinking about, I don't know if this is too deep, really.
Fine.
I was thinking about taking my own life because I didn't feel, I know, I wasn't going to say this, but it wasn't nice to feel the way I felt. And yeah, that was a real low moment.
How did you get from that incredibly low moment to the woman sitting in front of me?
I am quite stubborn, really. I'd had 10 years of misery and I just had enough. And I thought, right, okay, what else is there? How can I make this a positive? That's when I thought, do you know what? It's coming off. So I messaged my hairdresser and said, I want to have one final finale at the hairdresser's, have a really good wash, and let's shave this off. Let's just get rid of all the negative thoughts and energy that are in this hair.
What was it like waking up the next morning?
Cold.
Would you feel confident to go out in public without a wig?
Yes, I do most of the week, really. I don't wear my wigs. I feel like I've built my confidence back. You know, I've still got a long way to go, but I feel like a new woman. I've totally embraced it, and there's so much fun to be had.
If you have hair loss that you find difficult to cover up, around 50% hair loss or more, or your hair loss is a result of cancer treatment, you may be eligible for a wig on the NHS. For Emily, wigs opened a whole new world.
Ooh, what do we have here?
My beauties.
What your beauties? How do you feel about trying these on?
Yeah, of course.
Buying a synthetic wig through the NHS starts at around £70.
Oh yeah, it's so gorgeous.
They last 6 to 9 months.
That cut.
Swoosh.
The cut is perfect. Who's next?
They're easier to look after than real hair wigs, but can be itchy and hot.
When do you wear this wig?
She's more sort of night outy wig.
Real hair wigs can range from £300 to £1,400.
She's cute.
Yes.
She likes to go out.
She does.
But they last up to 4 years and can look more natural than synthetic wigs.
You can have pink hair, blonde hair, brown hair, black hair. You can have whatever hair you want.
People are missing a trick, I tell you.
What are people doing? Last but not least.
Oof.
Oh look, she's
I'm just
beautiful.
kind of style her a bit. She's more towards the hair that I had before all of my issues happened. I used to have quite a full fringe and a lot of hair, really. Having all this variety really helped me.
For Emily, these are just a selection of an ever-growing collection.
Someone asked me the other day if I could click a button, would I have my old hair back? And actually, I'd probably be a bit hesitant on that button now,
Ooh.
to be honest.
Well, you'd have to give her a
Yeah.
star. I'll have her. You have very much found the silver lining, and I really respect that.
Yes. I've wasted too much time worrying about my hair and it being a sad factor of my life. I just kind of had enough of it and needed to find what made it great again.